Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel at Pistol Makeover. Today I'm joined by
The perseverance, guys.
we're gonna be checking out 10 worst haram things in Islam. I heard haram means like things you should not do in
Yeah,
Islam.
forbidden.
Yeah, forbidden things. So I'm excited. I want to see the 10 haram things, 10 worst haram things in Islam. So without further ado guys, let's get started.
Even if you're not Muslim, you've probably heard the term haram. And the term haram refers to what is forbidden in the religion of Islam according to Islamic law. Here are 10 things that are considered haram in the religion of Islam. Welcome back to another episode of FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton, and people from all backgrounds and faiths watch our videos. But these things in this episode that I'm going to share with you, you're definitely going to want to avoid them if you want to be a really good Muslim, or if you're just curious to know what Islam views as haram. Be sure to watch from 10 all the way to number 1 so you don't miss any of these. Well, let's just jump right in. Starting at number 10, we have mistreating your wife. So mistreating your spouse is one of the biggest sins, and it's considered haram in Islam. Now, the Prophet Muhammad, he taught people that they need to be very friendly and kind to their wives. According to Muslim belief, Prophet Muhammad even stated that you need to try to make your spouse your best friend. In a hadith narrated by Al-Tirmidhi, it says, the Prophet said, "The best of you are those who are the best to their wives, and I am the best of you to my wives." The next thing considered haram in Islam is tattoos. Now, there's a hadith that says this: "May Allah curse the women who do tattoos and those from whom tattoos are done, those who pluck their eyebrows and those who file their teeth for the purpose of beautification and alter the creation of Allah." Specifically, that's found in Al-Bukhari Al-Libas, number 5587. Charging interest is at number 8, and the term riba refers to interest, and this is something that is completely haram in Islam, largely due to the fact
I know
that
about
it
this
makes
one.
poor people even poorer. So like if you owe money and you're charged interest, in the end, you end up poor because you end up spending more money than you actually owed. Now, in the hadith from Abdullah ibn Hamzallah, this is what is recorded that the Prophet Muhammad had said. The Prophet said, "A dirham or riba which a man receives knowingly is worse than committing adultery 36 times." And you know, debt payments is what kills a lot of people, because if you owe $20,000 with interest, you probably owe closer to $25,000, $30,000 in some cases. Next time I gotta pay off a car loan or something, I'm gonna tell them, listen man, you're charging interest on that? That's haram. Adultery and fornication come in at number 7. Now, there's a passage in the Quran, Surah 17 verses 32, that says this: "And do not approach unlawful sexual intercourse. Indeed, it is ever an immorality and is evil as a way." So, of course, having relations outside of your marriage, as well as having intimate relations not being married, that's haram. Drinking alcohol is another big haram thing in Islam, and it's found in the Quran, Surah 5 verses 90. There's a passage that says this: "O you who have believed, indeed intoxicants, gambling, sacrifices on stone altars to other than Allah, and divining arrows are but defilement from the work of Satan. So avoid it that you may also be successful." Now, moving on to number 5, slaughtering animals the wrong way. This is also haram.
Wow.
So if a Muslim is slaughtering an animal without saying Allah's name, it'll be considered haram. A person should say Bismillah Allahu Akbar. Also, this is what the Quran has to say in Surah 6 verses 121. "Eat not, O believers, of that meat on which Allah's name has not been pronounced at the time of slaughtering of the animal, for it is fisq, which is a sin." Most of you, even if you're not Muslim, probably knew this already. Eating pork, that is haram. Even if you use Allah's name during the slaughtering of a pig, eating pork is still going to be haram. Surah 5 verses 3 says this: "Prohibited to you are dead animals, blood, the flesh of swine, and that which has been dedicated to other than Allah, and those animals killed by strangling, or by a violent blow, or by a headlong fall, or by the goring of horns, and those from which a wild animal has eaten, except what you are able to slaughter before its death, and those which are sacrificed of stone altars. And prohibited is that you seek decision through divining arrows. That is grave disobedience. This day those who believe have despaired of defeating your religion. So fear them not, but fear me, the day I have perfected for you your religion and completed my favor upon you, and have approved for you Islam as religion. But whoever is forced by severe hunger with no inclination to sin, then indeed Allah is forgiving and merciful." ritual. So yeah, very long passage that included the point that eating pork is haram in Islam. In number 3, we have suicide. In the hadith, specifically Bukhari Janais 84, it says, "He who commits suicide by throttling shall keep on throttling himself in the hellfire forever. And he who commits suicide by stabbing himself shall keep on stabbing himself in the hellfire." Number 2, a very big haram thing, making statues and pictures, especially when it comes to prophets of Islam. Now in the hadith narrated by Abdullah ibn Umar, this is what it says. Allah's messenger said, "Those who make these images will be punished on the day of resurrection, and it will be said to them, 'Make alive what you have created.'" And finally, most Muslims would agree on this, that shirk is the biggest haram thing in the religion of Islam.
Why shirk?
Shirk refers to associating partners with Allah, and this is the most serious thing. It's said that the Prophet Muhammad said these words, "Shall I not tell you of the most serious of the major sins?" We said, "Of course, O Messenger of Allah." He said, "Associating anything in worship with Allah." Also, there's a verse in the Quran, Surah 4, verses 48, and this is what it has to say. "Indeed, Allah does not forgive association with Him, but He forgives what is less than that for him who He wills. And he who associates others with Allah has certainly fabricated a tremendous sin." So in the religion of Islam, only Allah can be seen or viewed or worshipped in the position of Allah. Nobody else or nothing else can be compared. And now you know 10 things that are haram in Islam if you didn't know before.
I think I know some couple of them before.
Yeah.
The pork, I knew about that.
The alcohol.
Yeah, the alcohol, the
I never
interest,
knew about
money,
the tattoo.
the interest. I know about that one before. It's amazing. Mistreating your wife. That is
I like that.
That is really really bad.
I like
I think
that
everyone disprove about that.
Yeah, I like the
It's-
fact that it's mentioned there. Like
Yeah.
the Quran is actually telling them don't mistreat your wife. I
Yeah,
really like
it's-
that it's mentioned there.
Normal ethics is not good to mistreat your wife. It's horrible.
It's very
it's horrible.
horrible, but a lot of people do it. Like I don't care, but
Mistreating your wife can be. It's not only about physical violence.
yeah, there are different ways you
Yeah.
mistreat your wife.
Also emotional. You can also mistreat her. So it's haram. It's bad. Also on tattoos. Yeah, the tattoos.
I never knew about that.
Yeah, I noticed Muslims don't have tattoos. Muslims don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, for
I
the
noticed
alcohol.
Muslims also they don't take interest. That when I noticed about them, they don't take pork. And a lot of things, but tattoos itself, in Christian too, we actually the body is the temple of God, so you should not defile it. Aside being sexual way, you should not defile it sexually or also drawing of tattoos.
Physical.
But Christians, people who draw tattoos, we accept them into the house of God because we believe they're going to change. Because there are some pastors who also have tattoos on their
Yeah.
body, also believe they're going to change. Drawing tattoo on your body, it's not good. It's not good. It's because people are doing it doesn't mean you should do it. You see, you should not follow the crowd. And I love how they made it among the top harams.
Yeah.
This is number 9. So keep going. The haram, they are well understanding. Like if you see there are reasons for saying it as haram, he read the scriptures.
Yeah,
the,
yeah. I love
Surah,
that.
also the Quran. Why it should be haram? Well, the animals, when it comes to the aspect of slaughtering of animals, there's going to be haram.
So I'm wondering, when it comes to the slaughtering the animals the wrong way, if you had to buy an animal that's already killed, then
It's not acceptable.
you don't eat animal that have already been killed.
It's not acceptable.
Then what about eating food that someone already cooked with an animal in it?
Some that is also haram. Some of them don't accept it, so they prefer to eat in a Muslim house more than outside the tree. So some people go to Muslim restaurants to eat instead of normal eatery to go and eat. So I've heard about this slaughtering of
I didn't hear about it, but I
uh,
actually encountered
There was
it.
one I heard about, like if a Christian slaughter an animal, a Muslim should not eat it.
Yeah, I feel maybe because of the slaughtering it in the wrong way, because you are not saying the Allah
The name
because
of
you are
Allah.
a Christian.
Possibly.
So
It's but the only one that I know about that
you haven't heard?
no that is this slaughtering of animals the wrong way. It's kind of like
It's a bit, I don't know how to put it, but there's some things that it limits you to. Let me say,
Yeah,
if your neighbor were to cook and they are Christians or they are not Muslims and they
yeah.
are to offer you food, then you're
Food
not
you
going to
want going
eat
to
it.
eat. It's kind of like strange
Yeah. So I'm
because
wondering if my neighbors don't eat my food though,
possibly they
because
might
I
eat them.
offer them food a lot.
Yeah, they might eat the food, but they won't eat the meat.
Oh,
Mm.
what? I wasn't even the one that cooked it and that bought the meat, that
As
killed
long
it.
as it's coming from you, that is just it.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's forbidden, so you have to comply to it.
Oh, and I put a lot of meat. Then maybe I'll stop putting
Yeah,
just rice.
you just cook egg.
Okay, egg is not bad.
Mm. You're
Yeah,
not slaughtering it.
they're not slaughtering egg. Egg is not bad. Yeah, yeah. We're trying to be considerate. But this was nice. I'm happy we got to see that slaughtering the animal the wrong way, because I really wanted to know about that. And also, first of all, I like the number 10 when it says an haram to mistreat your wife. I feel it actually helps people. Since you're already in the religion, I know that it's a sin for you to do stuff like this. You tend to be more considerate and more loving towards your wife or your wives. So it's a good thing. And then I was not aware of the tattoo. Like, I never knew Muslims don't do tattoo. And what again, I think I was not aware of, okay, the slaughtering of the animal. And then there's some of them that I never knew about. Okay, number. Okay, the interest. Okay, now I really want to take a loan, but I want to look for Muslim loan dealers so that they won't add interest on me, because it's a very good deal. And most times I give out loan, but I don't think I put interest in it, because most people I give it to are people close to me. So I feel I'm actually keeping to that. But this was nice. Like, I feel it's considering other people, like just like you said, when the interest is there, it's hard for the poor people, because they won't be able to pay it off, and it make them to keep being poorer.
Mm.
Because let me just say, you got something of, you take a loan of $20,000 and then you have $5,000 interest on top. Like, why? Maybe with time that it take to not pay, maybe it might increase. And also student loan also, that's a whole lot of money. Spend all your years trying to pay off student loan. But I really like the videos. I love the fact that I was able to know things that are sins in Islam, and most of them are actually very understandable. So guys, please let us know what you think about our reaction. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share our videos. We'll see
See you
you
in the
in the
next
next
one.
one.